What's up, Laker Nation? Tyson Chandler, baby, MVP of the Lakers, has won us 3 games in a row. If not for him, I doubt we win any of the three. He is amazing, guys. He saved a horrible game for us. These are the type of games we need to win if we want to go farther. My God, where do I start? Tyson Chandler, what a block. He is a beast, guys. He met him at the top. That shot was a dagger. It was coming, man. Trae Young is a beast. Shout out to Trae. Great draft pick. Ugly game we needed to win. I'm going to get into Luke on this video. So if you guys are faint of a heart and you're a big-time Luke fan, just click away. But first of all, I'm super hyped, man. I just got done screaming. Tyson Chandler came up huge for us on that. All right, he met it all the way at the top. Fingertip save block. Amazing. Finally, we go above 500. This game was ridiculously stupid. We had it from the beginning. We kept letting up. Most of it is because of Luke Walton's rotations. He sticks to him regardless of the score. He sticks to him regardless of momentum. He doesn't call timeouts at the right times to stop momentum. I am upset with him. He left KCP out there way too long and brought back Kuzma way too late, in my opinion. And also LeBron James settling for way too many threes, missing free throws. My God, what a crazy game, guys. I was just, me and my brother were just, it was crazy, guys. What a block. Tyson Chandler has been the hero all 3 games. He's setting the tone defensively, and that's the best decision Luke made all night, was leaving Tyson Chandler out there in the 4th. Best decision. My God, what a block. The passion. All right, we looked energyless coming off of a back-to-back, but again, that's never an excuse. But I love what Tyson Chandler is doing here for the Lakers. So far, Defensive Player of the Year. With the way he's playing, I'm sorry. He's got to be in the conversation. I know it's only 3 games he's been with us, but we're 3-0 because of this man. This game almost gave me a dang heart attack as well, brother. I feel you on that. But we messed up on so many levels. Look, we missed free throws. We turned the ball over. The Luke Walton rotations were atrocious once again. There's no half-court offense. What is the coaching staff doing? Anytime we're in the half court, we cannot score for lick. We're not even getting good shots up. It's mostly ISO ball, one-on-one, step back 3 by LeBron. It's ridiculous. We're not executing properly. If Tyson wasn't on this roster, we'd probably be doing way worse. We probably only would have had one of these 3 wins potentially. It was a disappointing win, but nonetheless, Tyson Chandler is the GOAT defensive player, man. He just came up huge for us. He's saving Luke Walton's job, because if we would have been 0-2 on this road trip, I think Luke Walton would have been gone. So right now, Tyson, Luke Walton better take Tyson Chandler out to dinner. He better wine and dine and treat him right, because seriously, a win is a win. I agree, Christian. I'm super happy for the win, man. I couldn't believe that block. I had to see it. That's why it took me so long to live stream. I had to stay back and see it to make sure that it wasn't goaltending, and it wasn't, because the ball was still trajecting upwards. So it was a perfect block, and the basketball gods answered our prayers, guys. Tonight, it looked like a loss inevitable. Again, super sloppy in the 4th quarter. The rotations, atrocious. You cannot be up 12 points in the 4th quarter or more and then allow them to come all the way back and stick to your rotations of the 6-minute mark, 7-minute mark to bring in the starters. That's ridiculous. What kind of head coach do we have? Also, we call nothing in the half court. Do we have any half court offense? I'm not sure. The only time we score is off of loose balls, transition, or miscommunication on the defensive end of the opposition. That is crazy. I'm sitting here looking at Luke Walton like, why are you leaving KCP out there for 7 minutes of the 4th quarter? He is not the player to be left out there. If anything, Lance Stevenson, even give me anybody but KCP. And then on top of that, finally he lets Lonzo play in the 4th quarter. But I thought, like I said, he left the starters out for way too long, man. He left them on the bench way too long. So we seriously need an upgrade at the coaching spot. I'm done, man, suffering. I hope Magic Johnson's really not just looking at the victories. This could have been an atrocious loss. If we would have lost to Atlanta Hawks, I'm sorry, no disrespect to Hawks fans, but this is not the team to be losing against, Y'all have a great young future. Trae Young, what a great draft pick. I might have to rephrase what I said about Doncic versus Trae Young. I might actually try to take Trae Young over Doncic, just because he looks like a mini Steph Curry in the making. The way he was creating, stepping back, he was breaking down our defense. So yes, Our defense is not the greatest. However, man, he came in here on the road and did his thing. So shout out to Trey for that. And I will say this, though, man. We got a lot of improving to do, and I don't think that's going to happen under this coaching staff. Unfortunately, man. Hernandez, never that, bro. You must be that. Seriously. I think you are that because nobody's even – we're talking about the Lakers, and you're over here talking about the Clippers, so you're going to get blocked just because of it. Don't kill my vibe, bro. I'm telling you, the Lakers, we have a lot of potential. We have the talent. We just need the coaching to match up, man. I'm dead serious. We have the perfect rotation pieces. We have a lot of depth. And you can see that Luke Walton is so confident in our depth that he goes ahead and he leaves certain players out there way too long, like KCP. And that's a problem. So even though you have a lot of depth, you have to be able to still coach. You know what I mean? You can't just throw random players out there and say, go get the job done. You know, you can't hold the rotation out for so long, the starting rotation out there for so long when the game is getting back. And you can't give the Hawks, you know, if I'm the head coach of the Lakers, this game should have been, out of the ballpark by the fourth quarter. But, yeah, the rotations are so bad that the Hawks got their confidence up, and they actually thought they could win it. They almost did beat us had it not been for Tyson Chandler. That's tough, guys. We can never give a team like that the chance to get us. You know, we can't, especially when we're at home. Now, I was under the impression that this game was going to be on the road because when I looked at the schedule, it was at 6:30. Most of the time, those are Eastern games. But I guess today, because it was Sunday, it was here at home at 6:30 Pacific. But a win is a win, guys. I was so upset in that fourth quarter. Go look at my Twitter if you don't believe me. I was mad. I was fuming. I was like, I can't believe it. Where the heck is Kyle Kuzma? Why is KCP still out here? You know, why don't we have JaVale McGee back in the game? I was asking so many questions. Why are we not running plays? Why we keep ISO balling? Why does LeBron keep settling for three-pointers when he can just get to the rim? But I think Skip Bayless is onto something when he says LeBron is scared of shooting free throws. As you see, he missed them both. Almost lost us the game. Thankfully, Kuzma was on the glass, got a second chance rebound, and then LeBron finally put it back for the dunk. But it was a hard game to stomach. This is a team we really got to put away in the third quarter, and we cannot let teams play around like this. The coaching staff needs to do a way better job, man. We cannot, need Tyson Chandler to save us 2 out of 3 games. I mean, he also stopped Derrick Rose's three-pointer. He contested it properly. If not, maybe we would have lost that one as well. So think about it. Had we not acquired Tyson Chandler, Luke Walton would be getting exposed for his horrible rotations and his non-existent half-court offense. So that's really what I saw. Tyson Chandler, man, I hope we ink him for another 2 years, man. I really like what he brings, the passion, the energy. Did you see the way he was celebrating? I was right there with him. I felt it, man. I'm pounding my chest, too. I'm like, let's go. Bro, I'm going to tell you right now. The Lakers have a lot of potential, but I think as long as we're under Luke Walton, we're going to be looking shaky like this, especially in the half court. We have all this young talent. We could be running so many plays for, Brandon Ingram, LeBron, setting all these down screens, backdoor lobs, all this crazy stuff we could be running, man. And yet we just always ISO. Everybody starts ball watching and LeBron settles. Seriously, we need a new coach. So I'm sorry if you guys like Luke Walton. It's nothing personal. I like the dude, whatever. He's Laker family. I get that. But we seriously need somebody who can handle this team, not somebody who's just going to sit back and watch the lead night after night dwindle away to lesser teams. We can't do that. Right? Any head coach, I noticed, man, we're down by 10. I'm like, Luke, we're up by 10. I'm like, Luke, call a timeout. All right, this was a 15-point game not too long ago. Call a timeout. He does it. Then we go down by 2. Then he calls a timeout, right? We're down by 2 in the fourth quarter after being up by 15. Now he's calling the timeout. Now we need the starters to come in, and LeBron James is all exasperated. You can see him in the sideline. He's chewing somebody out, and we don't need to be in desperate situations. All we needed was to nip the run before it got out of hand. Put the starters back really quickly. Once they get control of the game, then you can take them back out and put the bench again. You don't have to stick to these stupid rotations. I'm sorry, they're stupid because you have KCP out there with Rondo, Lance Stevenson, and your only big is either Tyson Chandler or JaVale. He keeps going small. And when we did, we got exposed again. This time it was Alex Len. Thankfully, he got in foul trouble. He ended up getting pulled out of the game. But seriously, man, thank you, Phoenix Suns, for Tyson. No, and shout out to LeBron because he made that call to his buddy over there. I think it was James Jones or whoever's running. the Phoenix Suns, and they released Tyson because they weren't giving him any playing time. So he's really rejuvenated, just like we predicted he would be when he came here, and I'm excited for that, man. He's playing in front of his family and friends, and I'm very happy for him. Again, he's one of my hometown heroes out of Dominguez High. Grew up right around the block from where I grew up. So that's really exciting for me, and I love that he has put his imprint in all three of these games. Seriously, I doubt we win 2 out of these 3 without Tyson Chandler, and I love it, man. He deserves all the praise he's about to get. I hope that First Take talks about him tomorrow. I hope that, think about this, since we landed Tyson Chandler, we're 3-0, and we have won 5 out of our last 6 games. So that's really good. This is the run we needed. 3-game win streak since we landed Tyson. I mean, what else can we ask for? The only thing that we need is better execution and better game planning. Seriously, better half-court sets, and we need the proper rotations and calling the timeouts at the right time. That's a lot. If you think about it, that is a lot. So to me, Tyson Chandler has saved Luke Walton's job, and that could be a bad thing in the long run, but I think Magic needs to open his eyes and just say, you know what? I'm sorry, Jeannie. I know we all like Luke, but I don't think he's proper for the job. Let's call somebody else. That's what I would do. So other than that, I'm happy with the win. I'm very happy. I didn't think Tyson was going to block that. That was a high teardrop. Again, shout out to Trae Young because he's a killer, man. Super killer in the fourth quarter. He came with it, and that's the mark of a young stud, when they turn it up in the fourth quarter. By the way, shout out to Lonzo because he was playing great for most of the game, and then I noticed he got out of rhythm in that fourth quarter. He didn't come with the same aggression, but Lonzo was great today, and I don't hear no Lonzo slander in my Twitter timeline. I didn't hear none right here in the comment section, so shout out to Lonzo, proving me right once again that if you're patient with a young talent, they come through for you. So that's all I got to say, man. That's all I got to say about that. Super hype, guys. We got to keep this rolling, though. We got to keep it rolling. We play again Wednesday. I can't wait. Hopefully we get another dub. We'll have plenty of time to rest from now and between. And I will now head to the comment section because I got everything I had to say out of my chest, guys. So I love you guys, man. I'll tell you what an ugly win, but at the end, it was all worth it just to see Tyson get that block and get full credit for the win. So ugly, but it was very good for the chemistry as far as Tyson Chandler goes. I mean, I love it. I love what Tyson's doing. Seriously. That's why I'm telling you guys, don't look at the stat sheet. You can have a huge impact without scoring much. What did Tyson have? 4 points? But he did have 3 huge blocks and a gang of rebounds. So, I mean, that tells you that stats, throw them out the window, man. You can definitely make an impact without stat padding. Indo 420, thank you, brother. I appreciate the donation, making my night a little bit better. I appreciate it, man. He said, hell no about trading Brandon Ingram. Brandon was good from mid-range tonight. He didn't shoot enough, but I like what he did, man. I like what he did. He said, Dan, after defending Luke so many times, I'm done. Thank you. Welcome aboard, brother. I'm sorry, but I can't defend Luke at all. I mean, his rotations are so bad. He almost single-handedly lost this game. Him and LeBron, because LeBron's final stretch was atrocious as well. I mean, just step back 3 after step back 3. It's like, bro, can you post somebody up, bully him down low, get fouled? He made a couple of good passes, but when the game is on the line, I want LeBron to put his head down like he did in the final possession and make it happen. Even if he misses his free throws, I'd rather him trying to finish at the rim than settling for 3-pointers. Unless he was on all game, and he wasn't. He was, 3 for 8? So that's not good enough. If I'm him, I'm going to use my body. I get it, he's older now, but just get to the rim. Come set a screen for him, go off with a screen and roll, and then make the defense decide what they want to do. Put them in limbo, make sure that they're on their toes at all times. Don't give them the easy defense. It's easy for them to stand around and just watch somebody guard LeBron and then come over and help once in a while. That's easy. But if I'm the head coach, I'm drawing up a play to get, somebody smaller on LeBron, have him either post up or take him off the dribble and finish or pass it to somebody else. So that's all I'm saying, guys. I want to see LeBron be more aggressive. He's probably tired. That's why he's settling for 3-pointers. But, I mean, he's on minute restrictions. He doesn't come into the fourth quarter till the 6 to 5 minute mark. So it's like, I don't get why he's so tired. Again, Father Time is undefeated. I think Luke is showing he really is overrated. Yeah, he definitely was. I mean, that record he had over there in Golden State is a non-factor for this team because this is a different team. He said Lonzo was great tonight. 8, 11, and 6, good stuff. Hawks gave them a good game. Everything that don't come easy. Exactly. And that's why we said in pregame, right? That we got to be ready for every team. You don't want, and I kind of predicted it when I said we don't want Trae Young to drop a new career high. I'm not sure if this was his new career high, but he sure filled it up. He sure as heck filled it up, man. Overrated? You could coach Golden State Warriors. Absolutely. Yeah, I think I could. I'd probably go undefeated on that team. Yeah, I said it. My boy carried LeBron James. Okay. He said, why haters come to the Lakers stream? I don't know. They want attention, man. Again, they're probably they weren't loved enough when they were little, so they wanted some sort of attention. They want to feel relevant. We're not going to give them that. You know. He said LeBron has to stop missing free throws big time. But you know what? I'd rather him losing games for us at the line than losing games for us at the 3-point line, if you know what I'm saying. So I'd rather the higher percentage bucket. And one thing Stu Lance he touched on when we were watching the game, something he said in his comments was, I love the fact that they were actually going for the higher percentage buckets in transition instead of settling for threes all the time. So that was nice to watch for sure. He said Luke Walton is T-Rash. I can't argue there, man. I'm not defending him no more. Dan, what do you think about Ingram's nonchalant play style? I just wish he was aggressive all the time, but sometimes I won't be honest with you, and I'm not making excuses for him, but he doesn't get a lot of foul calls. He gets to the rim, he gets pushed around. They get away with everything. They slap his arm, and then he doesn't get the foul calls. So it is what it is, man. He said Hawks killed us on the boards with small lineup. Well, we went small as well. We only had one center out there and a bunch of guards. So it's not like we're not playing Mo Wagner or we're not playing. I'm curious to see what Tyson, Chandler, and JaVale would look like at times. Not all the time, but, I'm just curious, man. I'm curious to see what at times it would look like if we need some extra rebounding or whatever. But, yeah, we definitely need a new head coach with a new offensive scheme and system in place. I mean, I see so many juicy opportunities to call plays for certain players that will get them some wide open mismatches or some wide open shots, man. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I hope it happens. He said Luke coaches as if he play to not lose rather than play to win. I agree with that. We can't guard a lead. We have to keep doing what got us the lead and expand on that lead. We have to have that killer in us, and that's what's going to turn us into a great team. That's going to turn us from a good team to a great team. Once we develop that killer and we keep our foot to the pedal, and just finish them out. Dan, I feel the refs were killing us. It is what it is. It goes both ways. I guarantee you Hawks fans were mad because that block was high up, above the cylinder. But the thing is, it was still on its way up, or at least at the peak of the top. So, I mean, it's not like it was truly goaltending. But I'm telling you, the refs just suck in the NBA, period, man. Everything is called so brittly. I mean, think about it. Like, everything's a foul now. You can't sneeze too hard because it's a flagrant. Like, it's crazy. There was a flagrant foul on LeBron where they just smacked down at his hand. They were going for the ball, and they called it a flagrant. So stuff like that, I mean, it goes both ways, honestly. But, yes, the refs are atrocious. I think the NBA needs to, rework the rules, as far as protecting the offensive players too much. Don't do that. Just go back to the early 2000s style of play. That was more fun, He said the ball needs to keep moving. I do not like LeBron holding the ball. That is so easy to defend. Absolutely, Kevin King. That's my gripe there with the coaching staff. Is like, I know sometimes I don't have the guts to tell LeBron, we're gonna draw up a play and don't hold the ball so much. But that's what we need. We need a head coach that's willing to pull LeBron to the side and say, hey, if you're gonna hold the ball, take it to the hole or move it around. The ball will find its way back to you for a higher percentage bucket. Or actually draw up a play, So, Dan, we are undefeated with Tyson Chandler. Absolutely. And that's not just something that we can say, lightly. That's something that's factual. Tyson Chandler has had his imprint in all three of these games, and he just makes us better. If you notice, we're not giving up 120s anymore like we were before we got him. So he's already rubbing off on the team. However, we still got to clean up the sloppiness, the turnovers, and, again, the coaching rotations, because that's not going to help us, man, down the stretch of games. Dan, Magic already saying Luke will stay for the rest of the season. God, if that's the case, God help us, because I know we're going to be really upset with him down the stretch when we're playing bigger games. Or he needs to learn, man. He needs to learn that sticking to minute restrictions is not going to help. You have to be able to coach on the fly. If a certain substitution pattern needs to change depending on the game or the play style, you need to be doing that. You need to be doing that. So he almost lost us his game by sticking to his rotations for too long. We literally lost the whole lead. I don't know too many coaching staffs or coaches, head coaches, that allow a team to come back without calling a timeout, without bringing the starters back, or at least a couple of the starters, and just sticks to his minute restrictions. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So we'll see what happens. Magic has a short temper, so he might say one thing right now, but if Luke pisses him off, I'm sure he's getting upset watching this kind of stuff as well. I mean, he's not blind. He's a great basketball mind. If we see it, I'm sure he does as well. But we'll see what happens, guys. I'm not going to hold my breath for a head coach firing. I just want him to improve because he's frustrating the crap, man. He's something else. Like Luke Walton is just like, where did you learn this technique? Where do you come off, showing up with no half-court offense? Like, it's crazy, man. Dan, Magic was at the game. He should have been upset. Absolutely. I know he's going to be happy for the win, but overall, look at the big picture. We got a 1-point win at home versus the Atlanta Hawks, who are really tanking hard for Zion Williams. So it's like, wow, we really got to do a better job of executing because this is going to be something else, man. Something else. LeBron disappearing during the game. He does that. He takes breaks, and I already gotten used to it. That's why I haven't criticized him as much. But he takes a lot of breaks in between quarters. Now, people that have been following LeBron, or as I like to call him, you know what I like to call him. I'm gonna keep it on a positive note tonight. They have been telling me that LeBron likes to put his foot on the gas on the second part of the season, like around January, February. So we'll see. I'm gonna hold them to that. But if LeBron's still nonchalant by then, I'm coming after the next, man. Trust me. Dan, why Luke leave the point guard Lonzo on the bench in the fourth quarter? I don't know, man, honestly. Jameson Mesa, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. He said, Tyson Chandler has been an amazing addition for the Lakers team. Absolutely. And you know what? I was wrong. When we added him, people were saying he was going to be amazing. And I was like, I think this is a good acquisition, not a great one, because I don't think he still has it unless he comes back rejuvenated, which I kind of did predict because he's coming to his hometown. But I was a little wrong. This was a great acquisition. This is really has impacted our overall team defense. And I hope it rubs off for the long run. I hope, his passion, the way he plays every position like it's his last, the way he's diving out for loose balls and stuff. I want the whole team to adopt that. If they do, if we have a team that's playing that hard, 48 minutes a game, watch out because no team's going to want to play us. No, there's a lot of teams out there that are very lazy. They play similar to the Houston Rockets that take so many possessions off. And if the Lakers can develop that, consistency as far as effort goes, the talent is there. We definitely have the talent, but the effort, if we can have that on a 48-minute basis like Tyson Chandler does, then I'm going to tell you something, man. We're going to be something really special to watch. But we still need that half-court offense from the coaching staff. We still need better coaching rotations. We still need consistency from the players, free throw shooting better, everything. We need to improve a lot. Dan, we're the 8th seed in the standings. Again, I'm not looking at the standings right now. It's way too early. But I predict we will be a top 4 seed for sure. I've been saying it all season. I'm sticking by my guns. 55 wins is my prediction. I'm sticking by that. Real talk, Dan, so far, who stays, who goes? What are the trade ideas, thoughts? I would like to get rid of KCP. Every time he's on the floor, he's hit or miss. And most of the time, he's very sloppy. The last couple nights, he hasn't been that bad. But he also, sometimes he's like, irrelevant. Like every time he touches the ball, I'm afraid he's gonna fire it up and just break it, and then it leads to transition buckets coming back the other way. I just never know what to expect with KCP, and those are the type of players I do not want on the team. Now, he does have a no trade clause, does he? Well, if he does, I mean, I would try to convince him to I don't know, trade him to a playoff contender or something, somewhere where he gets starter type minutes. You never know. You can always since he's not a starter, maybe the Spurs or somebody are going to want him. Injuries always happen. Who knows? What do you think about B. Shaw as head coach? He didn't do too good with the Denver Nuggets back in the day, so I'll probably pass on that. I need somebody with better, better reputation and a better track record. Somebody that's ready to come in and just command the team. I think B. Shaw's too chill. Honestly, I want somebody that's tough-minded, somebody that'll really get into the players and have them playing the right way. Have them playing not at 100%, but at least at 90. Because I know 100% through the season, long year, but at least have them up to 90. Have them up there, full effort. If not, you're gonna get yanked. type of head coach. Not somebody that's too strict to the point where they can't make mistakes. But if you're making mistakes like KCP in the fourth quarter, yank them. Potentially don't play them the next game, whatever it takes. But let them get the message. If you don't play smart, your minutes will dwindle. And that's the type of head coach I want. Michael Cooper would be good, but as an assistant, I agree. What can you say about the kickball call by the refs? Did it actually hit LeBron James' foot or not? Honestly, I have to go back and look at it. I don't want to say anything. I'm not biased, so I keep it 100 with you. If he did kick it, again, that's just bad officiating. That's what they do. The officials, they just bad calls, and it goes both ways. I've been noticing this season. Last season, it was more against us, but this season we're getting more calls because we have a superstar in LeBron. And I told you guys, once you get a superstar, you get more calls. So if you notice, I really haven't been complaining about the officials at all like last season. Hey, thank you so much, Popper Dayo. I think I said it right. Let me see what you said, but let me read your comment. He said, Dan, why does everyone stand still when LeBron has the ball on the perimeter? Because he's calling an ISO. And what that does is you isolate everybody to one side of the floor, and now you have all this room to work with, right? But my thing is, it's not even that. It's just the fact that he's just settling for step-back three balls. That tells me that there's no half-court offense in place, nobody coming to set a screen, no back screens, no off-the-ball movement, like you said. It's a little hard to watch. I'm used to so much more bodies moving around. I'm used to good head coaching, right? And this is not what I signed up for. Dan, you were wrong about Chandler. I was wrong, but only slightly. I knew it was a good addition. However, I did not expect it to be this great of an addition. I mean, he's seriously won 3 games for us. Come on now. I don't think anybody could have expected that. Now, I think that this is a perfect addition because it stopped Luke from going too small all the time. Right now, Kuzma's not playing center. He has no more excuses to go small. So that's the best part of this. But Tyson has been the cherry on top of the cake we've been needing, man. Dan, let me borrow $15. LOL. That's funny, bro. He said, Dan, I've heard that Magic is upset with the coaching staff are all Luke's buddies. There you go. So something's gonna happen. Something's gonna go down. I'm not even tripping. I know Magic Johnson has our back. He has the best interest of the team at heart. And that's why I'm happy, because we're in great hands, guys. I've been saying it since it happened. Since we first landed Magic, I knew things were going to turn around. I knew we would land a max free agent. I mean, go back and watch my old video. I told you guys we're building something special, but we're still not done. We still got a ways to go. And once we get it, then everybody's going to be, trying to jump back on the wagon. But we've been here before, so still love McGee. I love McGee. I mean, I don't think he gets enough minutes at times. And tonight he was a little bit off, but his hustle, the way he blocks shots, he's a great rim protector. He's something else, man. He is something else. How you let a rookie cook you? Because that rookie's pretty good. You have to give credit where credit is due. You can't hate on a rookie. He's not just a rookie. He's Trae Young. He was beasted in college too. This ain't new. If you watch basketball, you'll know he's a hooper. And this isn't the first good game he's had all season. He's already dropped a couple of 30-point games. So I'm a fan of Trae's. I've been saying it, man. Trae Young is really good. So is Doncic. Looks like another good draft class. Trae is going to be a problem very, very soon. Yes, he is. He is, man. Vote McGee for Defensive Player of the Year. There you go. There you have it. I agree with you, Jess. I'm definitely voting for him. I mean, we don't have a ballot per se, but, if I had a vote, it's going to him because he's really changed the interior. We had nothing for several years, rim protecting. Now we have 2, Tyson, Chandler, and him. So you should do the James Worthy clap now, man. I'm going to leave that to the legend. I'm not trying to jock his trademark. I love what he does, though. Shout out to James Worthy. He goes real slow motion. He was doing the Matrix one. That was funny. Somebody actually hated on him. I was like, what? It was like, oh, James Worthy's so annoying over a win or something like that. But come on, bro. Don't hate on James Worthy. You know who you are. I'm not about to expose you. But James a legend, man. Let him be happy. Anyone know when we expect Mo back? I mean, he already should be back. He's just not getting playing time, in my opinion. Unless there's some sort of, minor injury that I don't know about, right? But that's pretty much – I think Mo Wagner, he should be in the rotation. I can't wait to see what he does. What do you think about Spectrum Sportsnet? I actually like it. I don't get to watch it a lot because I come on with you guys right after, and I don't really go rewatch it in the middle of the morning because I got work tomorrow or whatever. But whenever I do get a chance to watch it, I love hearing James Worthy's basketball insight, and it's a Lakers network, so I support it. I wish we were still back on KCAL 9 though. I missed that, and that way everybody could get to watch the Laker games, at least the ones that were on the road, right? That's the way it used to work. The ones that were at home, they used to air on cable as well, but I miss that, man. Damn, which other Laker YouTuber do you follow? It's a couple, man. You're putting me on the spot. I'm kind of like cloudy in the head after this victory, but I mean, you guys already know my boy Combat, LA Sports Talk, man. Go check him out. That's my homie, and he doesn't just cover the Lakers, but he covers the Rams. He covers mixed martial arts. So go check him out, man. Combat LA Sports Talk. Mike Sports LA. I don't watch him as much anymore because his videos always pop up at a random time. Like I can't just come after the stream and watch him right after. But I used to watch him. He's a little too negative for me though. I feel like sometimes Mike, like when things are going good, he's praising them, but when things go bad, I feel like he's like trade everybody type stuff, And I kind of pisses me off a little bit because I'm more like, we got to be patient with the young court type guy, And I guess he's very smart. Don't get me wrong. I love his insight, but at the same time, I just wish he was a little more patient because sometimes the fans kind of follow in your footsteps and they start with the whole trade Lonzo talk or all this stuff, right? So that's the only thing about that. But I do like Mike. I appreciate him. Shout out to Mike. I first started my channel because of Mike. I used to watch him and I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to put a positive spin on it. There needs to be more positivity about the Lakers back when we really sucked. So that was like 2 years ago. But yeah, man, I've been a Laker fan all my life. I follow basically almost any Laker channel. My boy Matt Chat, check him out. I think his channel's called Matt Chat, if I'm not mistaken. Check him out for sure. Hey, thank you again for the $5 donation, bro. Popper Dayo, he said, when we were down by 1 late in the fourth quarter, I was ready for Luke to get fired. I feel you on that. So was I. I said, if he gets fired, that's it, man. This is the game. Lakers Film Room, DTLF, and Urban. Urban, too. Urban's my boy, man. I haven't seen anything from him lately. Has he been putting out stuff? Not sure because I've been working, but he's definitely my stuff. That's my boy. I like Mike. I like Mike, too. He has good – if he only wasn't so I don't want to call any names, I'm not going to disrespect him because he's been around since way before I was. But if only he just was more neutral, as far as – because I get emotional too, but it takes a lot for me to get emotional. I mean, it's pretty much at a breaking point before I get emotional. Alan Silwa's pretty cool too. He followed me once on Instagram, only to unfollow me. I don't know why. But, yeah, that's my dude too. But, yeah, dude, I just my thing is, the only thing I have with Mike is that he's too, emotional at times. Like one day we lose and he's saying trade everybody, just get a superstar, and the next day we win and he say, oh, we have a bright future. So I just wish he was a little bit more neutral, but I can't complain. That's his opinion. Much love to Mike, man. Shout out to the big bro. Said Tone from Lake Show channel. Definitely. Tone is cool too, man. I remember when he first started, he reached out to me, asked me for some advice. So shout out to Tone. I haven't heard from him in a while, but that's my boy too, for sure, man. I appreciate the love, guys. All the support, everything you guys do for this channel. This is all you guys, man. I just love having a platform where I could come talk to you guys. I didn't know anybody that did it like that, so I try to mix it up. Before there wasn't many live streams that interacted with Laker fans, but just trying to do it different, throwing out some mixes, some Laker rap songs, all that good stuff, man. Just trying to mix it up, keep it, good. Now, I haven't done any songs recently, but something might come out next week, so keep an eye out there for that. Do you have any Big Baller brand gear? Not really. I never bought it just simply because it was kind of gimmicky, to be honest. Not to slander my boy Lonzo, but I mean, I want to see some Big Baller. They're promoting all three of their boys, so I need to see them do work before I start buying their gear. Do you watch Laker Film Room videos? Absolutely. Trust me, I don't subscribe to many people because I don't want a bunch of notifications popping up. But Laker Film Room is probably the OG, man. The way he breaks down games is the way I used to break it down with my family and friends. And that's why they told me to start a Laker channel, because I've been very passionate for a long time, about the Lakers. Like since I was a kid, man. I was always rocking Laker gear, even the years when we sucked. when we had Smush Parker and Kwame Brown. I remember kids used to tell me, "Why you rock that? The Lakers suck. They're never going to be good. They traded away Shaq." I used to basically give them a big FU and just be like, "Look, I'm riding with my team even if we never win the championship. But I know we're going to rise again." And that's the same mentality I've always had, man. Loyalty is everything. $5 again. Hey, thanks so much, bro. He said, "Here's another 5 just because I've been watching your channel for a minute, but I usually don't comment." I appreciate it, bro. Anything you guys donate, appreciate it, man. Bottom of my heart. We need Beal. Do you want Beal? Depends on the asking price. I do not want to give up Ingram for Bradley, but depends on the asking price, man. He said, "Wouldn't you want Zoe to be a slasher like D Rose?" He's just a different player, though, man. I don't think he's ever going to be that. If he is, of course, I'd welcome it. But he's just a different player. He's more of a, how do you say it? He's more of a basketball savant, like IQ type guy. Great at passing, great at rebounding, good at defense, slashing. I feel like he shoots threes more than he should at times. I would like him to slash a little bit more, but it is what it is, man. I'm not complaining about Lonzo. I like his future potential, and let's see if he fills in those big shoes that everybody was expecting. He said Kobe had straight bums. He did at that time for sure. So Mike with Laker talk is cool, but by far Dan the Lakers fan is my favorite. He's always on time with the pregame and postgame videos. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And you know what? That's something I always tell people, who are starting a YouTube channel, just consistency. Really, it's easy for me because I love coming to talk to you guys. Even when I'm upset, sometimes I come and vent, typical fan stuff. We're all fans here. But sometimes I just need a different opinion, perspective. And you guys even have come with different sides of the story. And I just see the game differently when you guys drop comments. So I love hearing about what you guys think, even if it's different from me. That's why I say it's cool if you disagree, as long as you do it respectfully. I won't block you or whatever. You can tell me I'm wrong. That's cool because nobody's right 100% of the times. Let's be real. Dan the Lakers fan is who I watch. That's what's up, Jonathan. I appreciate you, man. I know you've been here for a minute too, because I recognize that pic now from all the times that you pop up in the stream. So shout out to you, bro. He said the whole team bad at free throws. They have their nights because there's teams when they look really, really good. Did you used to be a hooper? Yes, I did till I broke my hand, but I'm trying to get back in it. I went to LA Fitness a couple of times. Some of you guys have invited me, but y'all been busy when I show up and vice versa. But we got to make something happen. Joshua, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Sabotage, you too. I remember you too, bro. LeBron redeemed himself big time with that tip dunk. Yeah, I was about to get upset if he missed both those free throws again. I was like, not for the second time this season. But yes, he did, man. I know you have LA balling. I see you, bro. He said, I don't like the way Luke used Kuz. Take him out early in the third and bring him late in the fourth with like 6 to 5 minutes left. Luke should always have a starter on the floor at all times. I agree with you, Alfredo, and that's something I've been touching on for the longest. That's why we lose leads. You can't just swap out a whole unit, and if they start playing bad, just leave them out there, right? So I'm just saying, like absolutely. Hey, Classy, thank you so much. Baller TV. I try to be, man. I try to be as real as possible, even when people don't agree with me. But that's all we do, man. Dan, you should make DTLF shirts. I'll buy it. Hey, that's actually in the works. So I'm glad you touched on that. But something will be coming soon. I'm gonna wait till I hit 10K though. I don't want to jump the gun on it, and then just have it fail. So once I hit 10K, we have a big enough fan base. Not just DTLF shirts. 'Cause I try to be selfless. We're gonna make some Laker gear, man, and I'm gonna give you guys the deals for sure. For sure. I already got the hats, man, but I'm not putting those on the market yet. Look, I already got the Dan the Lakers fan hat. So shout out to my brother for that. He said trade Ingram for the Bulls center. That's what's up. You should promote yourself on Alan Sliwa. I mean, he followed me one time, but then he unfollowed me, so I don't know what's up with that. But hey, Alan, if you ever watch these videos, man, I'd gladly love for you to come on my show or vice versa. I'd love. I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but if you ever hit me up to come on the radio station, I'd be honored. Been watching you, Mike and Urban, from the jump. Really enjoy you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. That means a lot, guys. All this encouragement is the reason I do it, and that's the reason I stay consistent, man. You guys are the best. It's really you guys made this channel. I just sat back and talked about what I love to talk about. That's going to wrap it up from me, guys. Thank you so much. So humbled. We hit 7,000. We're all almost to 7,100. So keep hitting that like button, man. It really helps out the channel. Keep showing that support, that love, retweeting, all that stuff, man. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad we got the dub. Just made it. We just made it. But hey, I'll tell you what, man. Tyson Chandler has been huge. So shout out to him. He is the MVP thus far of the first 3 games that he's played in. So I love it. You guys have a great night. I know I will after a victory, even though it was an ugly one. Peace out, guys. I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Lates.